So these are obviously my August bullet journal spreads, and as you can see, the theme is retro diner. If you've been following my recent videos, my plan with me, my recent lives, then you will have seen these spreads so far. I just think it's nice to do another Bujo with me now that we are halfway through the month, so you can see how they're starting to look as we get them filled in. But to start off, I thought it would be nice to show you the pens that I've been using to create these, in case you were wondering. I get a lot of questions about the pens I've used. So we're going to start off with the felt tip pens, the markers, colouring pens, whatever you want to call them. And I use Crayola Super Tips most of the time, and they are my go-to for all the colouring. I love how vibrant they are. They're really, really easy to use. They do have quite a thick tip if you've not seen them before. This one's kind of gotten into a mess because I'm using it a lot at the moment, but you can see it's a thicker tip at the base and then goes thinner at the top, which is kind of handy for smaller things you need to colour in, but obviously if you're doing a lot of small colouring, you might want to just get thinner tipped pens. But this is the colour palette that I'm using for these spreads. We've got these as the main three colours, the kind of turquoisey blue that I've used on the roller skate here, the pink that is here. I used a slightly different pink for the background, and then the red. So, but it's also a kind of reddy orange, so I just thought that would work really nicely. And then I've got these as additional colours. The grey is useful if I need to just do any shadows or anything like that. The yellow I've used in places like this, and this darker yellow I have just used for the pancake, if you can see that there. Also, a recent purchase that I have made, which I've been loving, is this spinning pencil pot. I just got it off Amazon. I'll link it down below after the video because I need to fill in the description and stuff. But it's just so cute, and it's really handy to have different sized pots and things. So you can have like taller pens in there, medium ones, and obviously smaller ones, or rubbers and things like that. So I have been loving that, and yeah, as I said, I'll link it down below after the video. But in there I've got kind of all of my essentials for the month. This is how I do it. Previously I had just been using a separate pencil case to keep all of the pens, because if you've seen, I have the 100 pack of the Super Tips, and some of the colours are quite similar. So in order to keep the colours I've been using consistent, I need to kind of keep them out of the Super Tips box. So I've been previously using just a clear separate pencil case, but now I've got this. I'm using this as my kind of August spreads, or the current spreads setup set of pens. So in there I of course keep my Super Tips, put those back in, and let me move it over so you can see a little easier. And in here I've also got some pencils. I sharpened all of these the other day, so they're looking nice and sharp. But these were from Ryman. I was gifted these during a collab that I did with them, and they have a pastel set, and I just think the colours are perfect. These two tie in perfectly with this set of spreads anyway, so always got those to hand. I of course always have rulers as well. This is a paper chase one, again just so happens to tie in with the colour palette, so we love that. The other set of pens that have been kind of essential to this spread are these. I don't know how you say the name, Stadler, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a German brand. These are coloured fine liners. I got these from Paper Chase. I will try to remember and link everything I'm showing you down below at the end of the video as well, if I can remember to do that. But I've been using these, primarily the pinks and the red, just to help with obviously any small lines I need to draw. So for example, I use the red to go around the August lettering, or I've used the pink to do any tiny little details that I need to do, that sort of thing. So those have come really useful, and I of course love how many colours you get. There's 20, and they are a nice fine tip. I'm not sure if that will show up very well, but they're really thin tipped. I'm not sure what the size is, but yeah. Oh, 0.3. So I love those. Perfect size, perfect colour range, and look how nice they all look when they're in there. So I'll keep the red and the pink out actually to put back into the August pot. I also use these as my fine liners. The pack's looking a bit old and tattered now because I use it literally every day. but these are a set of just plain black fine liners, and they go from sizes 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, all the way up to 0.8, and it also comes with a brush pen, which I haven't actually used yet, so I'll have to try that out and let you know. But again, these were from Amazon, pretty cheap I think, and they've lasted pretty well. It's only just starting to run out the smaller tipped pens, because these are the ones I use the most, so I need to order some more of those. But that is pretty much it. Is there anything else? Oh, this white gel pen has become handy in this set of spreads. I don't know if you can see, but I've got some highlights all over a lot of the titles and things, just to help it pop and give it that retro pop art kind of feel. So this is the Uniball Signo, the broad white gel pen, and this is my go-to. I think all white gel pens are a little bit temperamental, so, you know, try not to worry if you get one that's not that great. It seems like they are a bit hit and miss, and they dry out quite quickly, so just make sure that you're keeping the lid on whenever you're not using it, and also keeping it out of the sun, because I think that's why mine has recently been drying up a bit, because it's been so hot. We've had a heat wave in the UK. It's just one of those that, you know, you need to look after them, but they're really good to have to hand, and I think it's made all the difference in these set of spreads. And then I just use a standard pen to fill in the journal. Currently for this set of spreads I'm using this Sharpie S Gel. Again, another brand partnership that I've done recently, and I really like these. They're 0.7, and you can see how they look in a minute when I use it to write. And another one that I haven't used in this set of spreads, but I do often have it to hand. As you can see, I've got a notepad here. I usually have this out on my desk. I can use it just to jot down any like brain dump if I don't have my journal, any random to-dos, things I need to remember, even shopping lists. And I also use it quite frequently to swatch the pens in case I've forgotten which colour I was using, or I want to make sure it works before I use it, that sort of thing. So I often use this pen on there for all of my doodles, and it's pink ink, so I really love that. But yeah, let's get into the bullet journaling with me sort of section. And I just wanted to show you all those pens to answer a few of the questions that I get recently. So here is my cover page, of course. I love this one, it's so cute. Let me know which is your favourite doodle. I can't decide between the roller skate and the pancake, so let me know what you think. Then we've got the calendar page here. So for this, people are often wondering what's going on. It is literally just a calendar, so it reflects the entire month, obviously starting Monday the 1st, goes through each week up to, that would be Wednesday the 31st, and I'm literally just colouring them in to mark off the day. So I'm going to colour in the 17th, as that is today, and top tip as always is to do a little border first. Gives you a bit of an extra buffer room in case you go out of the lines. I still do go out of the line sometimes, but just makes it a little easier so that you're not going right up to the line. And try to colour in the same direction, and then just fill in any gaps you missed. I am also using the white gel pen at the end to go over the numbers, as once I've coloured it in you can't really see them, and I wasn't originally planning to do that, but I think it looks really cute now, so I'm glad I did that. However, I will do that later because I want to make sure the ink has dried fully before I do it, so I'll be filling that in a bit. So next we are on to the mood and sleep trackers, which again is something I just kind of need to show everyone in order to explain it. And I think now that it's a lot more filled in than when I last did a Bujo with me, hopefully you can start to see it take shape. So the lines at the back, the bar graph, the pink, blue and red lines at the back, they are the sleep. So we've got the days of the month across here. So of course we're on the 17th today. And what we're going to fill in first will be the sleep tracker, which will be the bar. So for the bar, we are going here up to the numbers, and this represents the hours slept. So starting at 1 hour and then goes all the way up to 8, as that's pretty standard amount of sleep. Yeah, so I have been recently using a ruler to do this because I started off not, but I've just, hopefully you can see that these are a lot neater than these ones. So yeah, so last night I had about 7 hours. So I will draw a line in the 17th space up to the 7. There we go. And then I'll also draw a line against the pink line. Again, like I said about making that little buffer zone, just to make it a bit easier for myself. Then you want to colour it in. I have, you know, with a ruler, I don't know if anyone else gets this, but when you've used a black pen to do some ruler lines, it can then sometimes still be on the ruler, and then you use a different colour or a lighter colour and it like smudges into the pen. So I had that in a few places here, but I tried to use a bit of white gel pen and go over the top. Didn't really save it, but you know, I think it still looks good as a whole. Hello everyone who's watching, by the way. Sorry I've not spoken to you yet. I was just kind of waffling away. Hi Sakura. Hi Scrappy Beauty. Hello everyone. Hi Lavanya. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so that is the sleek tracker portion of it filled in. Hopefully that makes a bit more sense now that you can see it broken down. And then we need to get my fine liners. I'm using the 0.1. And this is for the mood tracker portion. So for the mood tracker, we will be looking at this smiley face section, and you just kind of follow along the line to line it up with whichever mood you were feeling that day. So it's 2 trackers in 1. So today I'm going to have the smiley face, the highest smiley, because I'm feeling pretty good. So this one won't make the biggest difference on the graph as it's the same as yesterday, but you can see, then you can really see the difference in your moods as you see it like that as it goes through the month. So I just thought it would be a cool thing to try out. I quite like that graph, mathematical, statistic looking type of trackers at the moment, so that's what I'm going with. And that is literally it. That's all it takes in order to fill in this journal. As I don't have loads and loads of trackers this time, it literally takes less than 5 minutes. So, you know, maybe something like this could be good if you don't have loads and loads of time to fill in your journal. But that's that. So we've done the calendar, we've done the trackers. Now it's just on to the weekly spread. So I'll show you these, as I don't think these were fully filled in last time. So this is week 1 and week 2. Again, I'm still doing my single page weekly spreads, and we've just got a small tracker on each page for the pages read, as I'm still keeping up with my reading. Not always reading a book, sometimes I'm reading like articles and things for work, but yeah, just trying to keep consistent with reading as I do enjoy it. So you can see here it's the days of the week across the bottom: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then up the side or along the bottom, depending on which orientation I've done it in, is then just, it represents numbers, the number of pages read, sorry. So for example, on Monday, in the first week of August, it went up to 20 pages. So it read 20 pages on the Monday. But yeah, so that is how that looks. I then just do my normal to-do list, bullet points. Again, I've spoken about that in previous videos, so I won't bore you, but it is basically just a bullet point and I cross a line through it once I've done it. If I haven't done it, I just draw a little arrow, and that means to migrate it to another day, basically, which is kind of the classic bullet journal method by Ryder Carroll. Sometimes if I have space left over, I will make a little note section. Don't always have space. Sometimes I'll fill it with a little doodle. I have to just draw your attention to this because I love it. Look at that background grid. Took quite a while, but I think it looks really cute. So I've used it in this week's spread as well. So yeah, this is week 3 we are now on. Bringing in the pink lines from the cover page. Just trying to be in keeping with the theme. I should have done it in that lighter pink, but I kind of forgot about that. So what we need to do to fill in this spread now is clip this page. I might just move the camera down slightly so you can get a slightly better view of what I'm writing. Hopefully that's better. So I will be using the red super tip to do the page tracker, and I'll be using the Sharpie S gel for filling it in. So let's do the tracker first. And again, it is this same type of graph, the statistical looking graph. So we're now on the Wednesday, and we just draw a line up to however many pages I've read this day. I do tend to do my reading in the morning, so that's why I'm often able to fill it in. But if I haven't done any reading that day, I'll just leave it blank, and then by the time I come to fill in my journal again the next day, I might have read some like in the evening or something, so that's how that works. But we're just doing 10 pages today. That's literally all it is. I don't bother using a ruler for these because they're so small, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, so onto the to-do list. Here we go. So I just literally do a bullet point, and then I start to list all of the things that I do. As I've said before, I also use Notion. So on Notion is my like big brain dump, kind of second brain type of setup, and on here is my kind of priorities, main things to focus on. So I might have excess stuff on the Notion, but on here is the more you know, the smaller focused tasks, if that makes sense. So I need to reply to some emails. I also need to post a TikTok. I also need to film a video. I need to email a brand I'm working with. I've obviously got this live, so I'll put that on and then I can cross it out. Because that would usually be on here. I just kind of keep it paused. What else do I need to do today? It's hard because normally I fill this in when I've got my Notion in front of me as well. Oh, so I need to order the new fine liners. So that is an example of something that I had on Monday, but I didn't get around to, so I've migrated it. So it's always handy to check back if there was anything I didn't tick off. And oh, I need to photos for stories. And I will leave it like that because I need to double check with my Notion. I'm also going to put a line through the live, as that is basically done. But yeah, that is literally all it does. Doesn't take very long. In previous months when I've had loads and loads of trackers, it might take a little longer to fill in, but other than that, pretty easy process. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the pens that I've been using for this spreads. Hope you enjoyed seeing my new spinning pen pot, which I'm loving at the moment. As I said, I will try to link everything I've got on here down below at the end of the video because I need to fill in the description and stuff. But yeah, that is basically it. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to let me know which of my doodles this month is your favourite. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!